Kush's movie review.
Oh, hello. Welcome to Kush's Movie Review. This week's on Kush's Movie Review. Thank you very much for watching this on YouTube. If you are listening, watching on the videos, then hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and leave the comments, and blah, 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 blah. This week's movie is Godzilla Minus One, a heartbreaking tale of when Godzilla tried to start a boy band, but then they broke up and they went from a 5-piece to a 4-piece, and it just wasn't the same ever since. And so he ended up just doing heroin and dying. The end.
Oh,
Poor Godzilla. Imagine man of cocaine.
oh,
Imagine man of heroin would have to kill Godzilla. Jesus Christ, it's a lot of heroin.
Fuck. I mean, it's amazing that they didn't go to that at any point. They're in
Yeah, just get
Asia.
get the heroin,
You
Chuck.
can
Get the big needle in the
it's
heroin.
probably
Chuck.
easier to get heroin to Asia to that part of Japan than it is a nuclear warhead, which wouldn't do anything to Godzilla, quite frankly. We're talking Godzilla Minus One, which, per Mike Fish's joke, is the funniest Coachella band playing at the Stardust tent down south.
Hey
So,
man, we're
anyways, it's
Godzilla Minus
Godzilla.
One. You rock. Thank you very much. Good night, everyone.
Your music changed my life, bro. Thank you so much.
Godzilla Minus One is definitely that band where only they think they're better than everyone else. Like maybe 4 people bought their album and they're at the show and they go, "Hey, you sing along," and no one sings along. Yeah, thanks. You guys are
We
awesome.
don't believe in commercialism, but we hate that no one's supporting our group right now. It's terrible. What do you do? We're not going to be. There's not going to be a sophomore album if you don't support Godzilla Minus One.
All our T-shirts are made out of recycled plastic. They're actually made out of they're just plastic bags, but whatever.
Is there anyone actually doing that gimmick these days? I'd be
I don't know, but
impressed
if you get
because
the
it's a losing
perfect,
battle.
because I mean you can't get plastic shopping bags in New Jersey anymore because they've been banned.
Sure.
But I'm just thinking now, if you got a plain plastic bag and then cut the bottom off, you could make a vest out of that, like a not a vest. I don't know. You don't call them vests over here. What, like a tank top? Just get a Sharpie, draw a design on there,
Sure.
sell it as reusable, eco-friendly tank tops.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, why not?
And
Why
that was our
not?
review of Godzilla Minus One.
Come back next week. We're going to be talking about Miyazaki's new movie. I'm not talking about Miyazaki's new movie. However, tonight I am talking about Godzilla.
Use solar panels.
I am talking tonight about Godzilla Minus One. It is PG-13. It is 2 hours and 5 minutes. It is today is episode 127 and December 6th. That's what's up. It stars Ryosuke Kamaki, and then Minami Hamabai. This is the 33rd movie produced by Toho featuring Godzilla. That's exclusively Japanese. We're not talking about the stuff that you've seen in the last decade from Warner Brothers that's been licensed out to us in the Americas. This has been written and directed by Takahashi Yamazaki, and holy shit, dude.
Never heard of that guy.
70 years of Godzilla. Every 10 years, Toho hits the reset button just because. And I have not seen every Godzilla movie produced by them or every Godzilla produced in general. However, this is the best Godzilla movie I have ever seen. I've seen it back to back twice in a row. In case folks are worried about spoilers, I know this is not available in every market, and folks that can't see it do want to see it. So I'm telling you, this is 5 out of 5. This is one of my favoriteest movies of the year. I have a friend who's trying to get me to see it again, and I'm just like, yeah, you just tell me when and where, bro. Well, I'll see it at the Metreon on such and so date. You just gotta give me a heads up. Anyway,
So what, before you continue on your
Godzilla.
review, I will say I
Thank you, Mike.
only saw the only thing I've ever seen of this movie. So obviously
Okay,
this is why I'm going to step aside real quick and let Kush do his thing. But
please.
I will say I saw like a 10-second clip of this
Sure.
movie, and I don't know
Yes.
whether it was the reveal. I don't know the context of it, but it was like the whole, when Godzilla's doing the model shot where he turns around, oh, I'm Godzilla, here I am, bitches, right? He does this thing. And
He does do that a
normally
lot.
I am very and I know, oh my god, this looks terrible. What the fuck is this shit? Just watching that 10-second clip, even I was like, oh shit, this looks fucking good. This looks like a
Is
fucking
this
good.
where the spines light up and they start spiking out like pop,
Or
pop,
it might
pop,
be.
pop?
But it was like, oh, this
Okay.
Godzilla looks fucking dope.
Yeah.
So,
Like
and normally the other
we've been
ones
blessed.
that I'm not a
Oh,
big fan
go
of,
ahead,
but
please.
yeah, this
Okay,
looks
that's
amazing.
honest.
Sorry, carry on, do your thing.
No, no, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Yeah, dude. So for the last 10 years, the Americas and the rest of the world, through Warner Brothers and Legendary Entertainment, has had access to Godzilla and something that resembles King Kong. We we can't call him King Kong. We can call him Kong. And by the way, a brand new trailer dropped for the movie that's coming out in April, where Godzilla and Kong are gonna meet up again. I'm sure they're going to have a little misunderstanding, but they are absolutely going to unite and fight a bigger force. Anyways, Godzilla Minus One. Like I said, Toho resets the button every 10 years or so, and that's what we got here. So the Japanese are losing World War II. The Americas are just crippling them. It's really bad. It's really bad. And by the way, your grandfather and my grandfather, if he was still alive, I don't know if your grandfather's still alive, but I bet if you told him any of this, you'd be like, "What the fuck are you watching? Why are you celebrating any of this?" Coming back to the
My
movie,
granddad was Irish
a
and drank whiskey for breakfast. There's no chance he
I bet
made
he
it
would
to
still have an
2023.
opinion on us. I bet he would still have an opinion on this. You know what a kamikaze pilot is, Mike? You're not much younger than me, but yeah, do you know what a kamikaze pilot was? It's
I'm
not
very
a
old,
drink at a
yes.
bar.
No, it's a fella that climbs into a plane and goes, Jesus, take the wheel, and doesn't expect to get out of the plane.
That's what's up. He did a little more than that. He would engage in some dog fighting. He would let his plane get shot up, and then when it was too late to turn around, he would dive that sucker straight into a battleship, and that would be his sole purpose in the war. And we meet a gentleman that is played by again Ryo Nosuke Kamiki. Uh, he plays a kamikaze pilot who went like, why the fuck would I kill myself? We're losing the war. This is stupid. And a couple of people are like, yeah, I get why you did that. And then a lot of other people were like, dude, you lost us the war. Your sole purpose there was to be a part of the plan. Maybe the
Oh,
plan didn't make sense, but
yeah, they would
you like
Japan would have won the war if it wasn't for that one fella.
that one feller. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ruined it all.
However, people are really mad at him the entire time, or they when he reveals it at several points because he is with shame. He has PTSD, which isn't a thing yet. It exists, guys, but we didn't know to diagnose it that. Like he is traumatized, not only by the war, but his actions in the war, whether he did good or bad. And he abandoned a lot of people. Anyways, uh, we're trying to keep this thing under 15 minutes if we can. So, guess what? Time goes on. He comes back home. He is rebuilding life. And then Godzilla comes by. He's already actually met Godzilla that night that he came
Comes
in
by.
on the plane, and it he doesn't know what to make of it. Anyways,
Ding
Godzilla comes back.
dong. Who is it? Ah! Oh shit! It's Godzilla. I forgot to give him back his
Turn off the
lawnmower.
lights,
Fuck.
everybody.
Oh, shit. Turn the lights off.
Everybody, turn off the lights. Don't say a thing.
Shh, shh, shh.
we get a lot of fun historical dates where, like, on this date in 1946, I'm going to just say, America dropped an A bomb just to test on an island, and Godzilla was there. And while he already existed, now he is twice as big, maybe three times as big. Um, I forget how big Godzilla is supposed to be in these American WB adaptations, but he's maybe 8 stories in this. He's very tall still compared to us, but he's not as tall as he used to be. However, he is way more scarier. His first reveal in the first act, terrifying to the point where you just go like, "Oh my god!" It's I dare say scarier than the first reveal in Jurassic Park. Anyways, we're still following our pilot. He's rebuilding his life. A woman who inherited a baby that is not hers clutches onto him, and now he's responsible for raising them, taking care of them. He gets a regular ass job, which unfortunately in those days is we're going to go out into sea and we're going to find mines left by the enemy and we're going to shoot, we're going to blow them up. And it sounds dangerous, but actually, the way they do it, it's very safe, very sane.
I bet Jeffrey
They
Edwards
have no
make friends
problems
with those
whatsoever.
mines. There's a
Who?
callback to it. Jeffrey Edwards callback to earlier in the show. The
Mm,
man that made friends with bombs.
okay. Oh yeah, that guy would love. He would love to be on this mission, but he's not. So, but he might feel a little out of place with the fact that our friends are Japanese, but whatever. We're gonna get past all this. Look, man. Once Godzilla starts attacking Japan, fucking hell. Once Godzilla starts attacking Japan, my battery just died.
Oh,
Things become terrifying. Okay, like it's a legitimate horror story, dude. Like you see Godzilla just walk through it. He's not even trying. Again, he's not fighting anybody. He's just walking through. He hates everybody. He picks up a bus, throws it back down. I hate to borrow from the Blue Oyster Cult track, but that shit happens and it is amazing. Eventually, we get to a point where Japan's like, "Hey, Japan, we're Japan also, but Japan, you're on your own." We talked to America, and they were like, "Hey, Japan, you're on your own." Like, so like this little town called Ginza, I guess it's a major city, but we're just gonna call it the town. Whatever. There's like, all right, so Godzilla's gonna come back, mm, maybe in 10 days, maybe longer, maybe sooner, but we better figure some shit out. Anyways, they come up with a plan. It's fucking fantastic, dude. You take Godzilla out of this fucking movie, and this is still an interesting movie, just
yeah.
with the fact that the guy.
Minus one.
Well, it's minus one because they just rebuilt after Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Okay, they literally just rebuilt, and then Godzilla comes through and pushes them back further. That's where the minus one
Ah,
comes from.
oh,
So
there's fucking nuclear weapons. It's finally cleared it up. Oh, Godzilla! No, come on! Ah, I just put it all back together again, you bastard.
the shit gets intense, dude. Honestly, this is one of the best Godzilla movies out there. This might be the best Godzilla movie out there. Again, take Godzilla out of the equation. This is a fascinating story about a guy who he loves his country, but he's just like, the orders are stupid. What good am I gonna do if I fucking kill myself for this war we're losing? By the way, again, both of our grandparents would be furious at us for even tolerating this idea of a story. Um, and that is also funny to me. However, anyways, Godzilla minus one, it's way better than anything we've produced in America out here the last 10 years.
Speak for
I
yourself.
am looking forward to
I
a
produced
part
some
two.
great shit.
That was fun. Godzilla vs Kong was a lot of fun, and I'm going to look forward to Godzilla X Kong too. It's looking like a Fast and the Furious movie. I'm all in.
Yeah, because they're gonna be
King
like,
Kong for some reason has a robotic arm brace, and I'm
wow.
I'm like, yeah, let's do that. So,
Do you reckon this is gonna be
anyways,
like a buddy cop thing? Like
people have
God,
already compared it to Lethal Weapon,
like
so that is
Godzilla being
fantastic on
like,
you, Mike Fish.
if you're gonna eat that, you're gonna have to contribute to the groceries and King Kong. Ah.
Who do you think is the Danny Glover character, Mike Fish?
Godzilla. If one of them's gonna be the
Good. Ding 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 ding
if
ding
one of
ding
them's gonna
ding.
like if anyone's gonna do the cheeky wacky one, it's gonna be King Kong because he's a
Yeah,
cheeky
King
monkey. He's a
Kong.
cheeky little
Also,
monkey.
he's already done the separated shoulder gimmick in Godzilla vs Kong. So yes, you are 100% correct, Mike Fish. Good for you. Ooh, producer Lathan, good call there. Anyways, look, I absolutely loved Godzilla Minus One. The entire thing is in Japanese. Again, written and directed by Takahashi Yamakaze. I've seen it twice already. I saw it back to back. I saw it the first night in RPX, which is Regal's version of IMAX, and then I saw it in the 4DX, which was so violent that like I can't show you how little liquid is in this cup here. But when Godzilla made his final stand in the third act, half of this shit spilled out of my cup. So there you go. I am looking forward to seeing this more. This is one of my favorite movies of the year. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. And holy shit, yeah! Thank you, Toho. This was awesome.
Boom. Godzilla minus one. 5 out of 5. Do
5 out of 5.
you reckon are they gonna do a sequel, Godzilla minus two?
No, they'll probably do a Godzilla Zero.
Ooh. What do with Godzilla franchise? Do you remember who was the fellow that was trying to get the monster universe going with like the mummies and Frankenstein, and then they were like
Oh,
monsters unite.
I
He
know
was
who you're
trying.
talking about.
He was trying to do
No
like an
doubt. It was
MCU
the
with
Universal Dark Universe.
like he was going to reboot like the Mummy and shit like that, and it was all going to
Mm-hmm.
come together in like
Mm-hmm.
Dracula,
And
Godzilla,
they
come unite.
no. They were gonna have they did the Mummy, and then
Or
they
Tom
kind of already
Cruise. I
had
remember. Yeah.
Dracula, but they weren't happy with it. So like, yeah, don't worry about Dracula. We still have Tom Cruise in the Mummy, and then they were gonna do more movies, but Godzilla wasn't gonna be a part of it. But the
Oh,
Wolfman was gonna be a part of it. The Invisible Man was gonna be a part of it. The Invisible Man ended up getting its own pre-pandemic release, like literally, like the movie came out and then the pandemic happened. That's how crazy that shit happened. That's how also awful The Mummy was with Tom Cruise.
I think
So
the moral of the story is all these like production companies who go, "Hey, MCU is really successful. We should copy them," but they don't copy them very well, and they all shits.
no, we need to do this but different, and the different is always the thing that hurts them. Um,
Right,
However,
forgetting the
Universal
MCU
has
wasn't
done the
huge.
MonsterVerse.
The MCU wasn't huge overnight. They had some.
No,
It wasn't. I don't want to say bad movies, but they built up the characters over time to where then it was
yes,
like, hey, look at that. We can now. Whereas DC is like, we're too impatient, so we're gonna do the uniting movie, but make people guess who these fuckers are. I was like, what?
right. No. So when we're talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and we're talking about before Endgame, the worst movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe was Iron Man 2
Oh
and
no,
Thor 2.
I'm
And
gonna.
everything else was very subjective. I
I'm
mean,
into.
shuffle 22 of those movies around how as much as you want, but Iron Man 2 and Thor 2 were the worst movies you had
No,
before
Iron
Endgame.
Man 3 was worse than Iron Man 2.
You know what? I did not enjoy Iron Man 3, but
No, I
no, it
didn't
was
enjoy
better
it.
than Iron Man 2. It was
No,
actually it was psychological.
I quite liked Iron Man 2 with what's his fella with the what's his name? He was in The Wrestler and shit.
Oh yeah, Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, Ricky Rourke. I thought he was good.
Mickey Rourke. But his character became nothing. His
Yeah,
character
it
became
was a shit
immediately
baddie.
nothing.
It was kind of like
But
the
he
Iron
became
Man
also
movies.
a long line of shit baddies. The Marvel Cinematic Universe, again, pre-Endgame, we can talk about post-Endgame all you want, but pre-Endgame, everybody's biggest complaint was blue laser going to the sky and a shitty bad guy. Otherwise, best movie of the year, bro. Ah, high fives everywhere.
It was a shitty bad guy. Well, and yeah, I guess because
Until Thanos, you didn't have a bit. Until Thanos,
well,
until the
it
guy
was
who's
it was
in
just kind of
Black
alluded to.
Panther, until the Winter Soldier, you didn't have a good bad guy in any of these movies.
I don't know what's going on with my lighting, but if look how blue my lips look, I look like I'm dying.
No, you don't have a Russian complexion.
Like if I move,
But yes, the your iris is reacting to your head moving because the light is behind you.
looks like I had some what are they called, the blue the doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, Godzilla minus one, 5 out of 5. We are going
Godzilla
off
minus
topic.
one, 5 out of 5. One of my favoriteest movies of 2023. We still got 3 weeks to go, guys, but I dare you to find a better movie than this. Honestly,
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
also
yeah.
take out Godzilla, fantastic drama.
I dare you. Hmm?
That's all, folks.